What if I told you that your cat might just be tolerating you? For years, you've believed that your cat loves you, but what if it was all just a big misunderstanding? Unlike dogs, who openly show affection, cats are masters of mystery. And many of the things you think are signs of love might actually mean the exact opposite. Studies have shown that cats recognize their owners' voices, but they often choose to ignore them. Ever notice your cat staring at you strangely or completely ignoring you when you walk into the room? Maybe the problem isn't just how cats are, maybe it's you. But don't worry, not all hope is lost. If your cat shows any of these 5 signs, there's a good chance they don't see you as a loving owner, but just as their personal food supplier. And the last one? That's the ultimate proof. Are you ready to know the truth? Asterisk, sign number 1, the look that says it all. Picture this, you're sitting on your couch, relaxing, and your cat is just staring at you. No blinking, no looking away, just staring. You probably think it's cute, maybe even a sign of love. But what if I told you that, in cat language, this could actually mean the complete opposite? In the feline world, direct eye contact is often seen as a threat. Cats avoid staring contests with each other because it can be a sign of confrontation. So if your cat is locking eyes with you without blinking, it could mean they don't fully trust you yet. Now, there's one important exception: slow blinking. That's a cat's way of showing they're relaxed and comfortable. But if your cat just stares at you like they're analyzing every move you make, it's probably not a sign of affection, it's a sign of uncertainty. So tell me, does your cat stare at you all the time? What do you think it means? Let me know in the comments. But this isn't even the worst part, because the next sign? That one could mean your cat has already decided that you're just not that important. Sign number 2, they ignore you, and it's not just a cat thing. You walk through the door, call your cat's name, and nothing. No reaction. You try again, and they don't even twitch an ear. Sound familiar? Here's the thing, cats don't ignore us because they don't understand. In fact, studies have proven that cats recognize their owners' voices. The difference? They choose whether or not they want to respond. Unlike dogs, who were domesticated to listen and follow commands, cats evolved on their own terms. If your cat really likes you, they might show tiny signs of acknowledgement, like flicking their ear, twitching their tail, or even making a quiet little sound. But if they never react to you calling them, it could mean that, in their eyes, you're just background noise. Now, before you start questioning your entire relationship with your cat, there is a subtle way to tell if they actually trust you, and it's all in their body language. That's exactly what we'll cover in the next sign. Sign number 3, the tail never lies. Cats are experts at hiding their emotions, but if there's one thing that will always give them away, it's their tail. A lot of people assume that just because a cat isn't hissing or running away, that means they're comfortable. But have you ever paid attention to how they hold their tail when you're around? If your cat's tail is standing up with a slight curve at the tip, congratulations! That's a sign they're happy and comfortable with you. But if their tail is always low, stiff, or flicking when you're nearby, that's a different story. That can indicate stress, discomfort, or even irritation. I once knew someone who was convinced his cat loved him until he realized that every time he walked into the room, the cat's tail went straight down. But when someone else entered, the tail popped right up. If your cat does this, it could mean they don't feel entirely safe around you. And if you think that's bad, the next sign might be the biggest clue yet. Because if your cat doesn't react at all when you walk into the room, that's a major red flag. Sign number 4, they don't care. When you come home, you walk through the door after a long day, and your cat does absolutely nothing. No reaction, no movement. They don't even look at you. Now, you might think, well, cats aren't like dogs. They don't run to the door wagging their tails. And sure, that's true. But did you know that some cats do show subtle excitement when they see someone they like? Cats who genuinely care about their owners may give small but meaningful signs when they come home, like perking up their ears, stretching, twitching their tails, or even casually walking up to greet you. It's not dramatic, but it's their way of saying, "Oh hey, you're back." But if your cat never reacts, if they don't even glance at you when you walk in, then, to them, you're probably just part of the furniture. But before you start feeling completely ignored, let's talk about the last sign, because this is the ultimate test to see if your cat actually likes you or not. Sign number 5, they avoid your touch at all costs. Some cats aren't big on cuddles, and that's fine. But there's a difference between a cat that just prefers space and a cat that actively avoids any physical contact with you. If every time you try to pet your cat, they walk away, if they never rub against your legs, and especially if they pull back or flinch when you reach out to them, that's not just a personality trait. That's a clear sign that they don't feel comfortable with you. Cats who trust their owners will show it in small ways by rubbing their face on you, giving little headbutts, or at the very least, not moving away when you touch them. But if your cat never does any of that and always keeps their distance, well, that's a pretty strong message. Now tell me, does your cat let you pet them, or do they avoid you like the plague? Drop a comment below, I want to know. And by the way, if you've noticed your cat showing more than one of these signs, that doesn't mean they hate you forever. It just means you might need to build more trust with them over time. Speaking of trust, if you want to better understand your cat and strengthen your bond with them, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I always bring new content to help you become the ultimate cat expert. So now that you know the signs, does your cat actually love you, or are they just tolerating your existence? Which of these behaviors have you noticed in your cat? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to see more videos on cat behavior, hit the like button and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one.